All right, for our next three examples, questions 4 through 6, they're going to ask us for the circumference. Okay, so in our last video, we went over the two formulas that you're going to need to know, memorize. Don't forget these because they will come back on ACT tests or different things. But the circumference of a circle here is just 2 times pi times r. And we talked about how 2 is a number, pi is a number. So we just really have to find our radius and we can just put it all together. Okay, so I'll write that down right here as well. Circumference is equal to 2 times pi times r. So again, the only thing that we've got to do here is find our radius. And this picture, again, they give me a nice, lovely radius. It just shows that that radius there is 7. All right, so when we go through to put in our 7 for our radius, then we have that circumference is just equal to 2 times pi times 7. Go ahead and multiply together. I'm going to leave the pi till the end and just write it in exact form, but I know 2 times 7 is 14, so I'm just going to write that as 14 times pi. And again, I love the exact answers. This would be a fantastic answer. If you like to know a little bit better, sometimes it's hard for people to approximate with the pi, go ahead and plug it into your calculator. 14 pi, your calculator will round that to, let's scroll down here, give us a little bit more room, to 43.098. So we're going to actually erase that and round it up to 44. So 44.0 is what our calculator would approximate 14 pi to. Again, either of those answers are fantastic. All right, so let's try this next one. Again, we just need the radius. This time they've given me the radius again, no math needed. Just a little bit of a decimal right here, but don't let that scare you. So our circumference is 2 times pi times r, which is our 15.6. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to multiply 2 times 15.6. 15.6 times 2 is 31.2, and then we've got times pi. All right, so that is one fantastic answer. Again, calculator will actually do that multiplication for you, and it will tell you that that is 98.01. So we'll just round it to 0.0. Okay, remember pi is about 3. It's a little bit over 3. So you could even just check this. This number, this 98, should be about 3 times what your pi was, just a little bit more than 3. All right, let's look at this last example on circumference. Again, you need your radius to find the circumference. This time, notice that the segment that they've drawn here, that's 58 yards, that's your diameter. So you're going to need to do a little bit of math. Basically, you just need to divide it by 2 to find that radius. So 58 divided by 2 gives us a 29. That is my radius. And then when I go to plug this back in, my circumference is equal to 2 times pi times my radius. Now, this looks kind of silly because we just divided by 2 to find our radius, and now we're going to multiply that by 2. So I know that 2 times 29 is going to just put us back at that 58, and then times pi. So that's our answer. So there is another formula for circumference. Circumference also is just 2 times, the diameter times pi. I usually don't use that when I teach that. If you've learned it that way, that is okay. So diameter times pi. I usually don't teach that because everything else in circles always uses your radius. So we're going to be used to finding our radius. Might as well just use it in all the formulas. All right, so 58 times pi gives us, in our calculator, it will approximate that to 182.2. So again, either of those answers, you don't need both of them. You can have both of them, but you just need one of those answers there. All right, so that's how you find the circumference right here. We'll do the next couple of examples in our next video.